Sports Guy. Welcome back. This is part 2 of Peyton Manning's next team. As some of you may know, if you watched the previous videos and saw the first installment of Mike the Sports Guy was what I think and where Peyton Manning's going. Based on the evidence I had at the time, I made 3 statements. Number 1, that I did not believe that Peyton Manning was going to go to an NFC team. I believed that there's no way he wanted to be in the same division as his brother Eli, where they might play every year and might meet each other every year in the playoffs before the Super Bowl. He definitely didn't want to play in the same division as his brother, which kind of ruled out the Washington Redskins. Even if he would consider an NFC team, which I did not believe he would, he certainly would not want to be playing his brother twice a year and possibly knocking one of them out for even making the playoffs. And the Giants and Jets, of course, play each other every year in the preseason. My second prediction was, on a smaller scale, was there was no way, already establishing he's not going to the NFC. I said I did not believe he was going to come to the New York Jets. The idea of playing the same stadium as his brother, being the same market as his brother, certainly seemed intriguing. But his dad apparently didn't think he should be playing in New York the first time around when he was going to be drafted out of college, which I talked about in the first segment, which is why he stayed. Now, one of the reasons he stayed, although that was not the reason given, but certainly was a factor in him staying in college, because the Jets would have had the first pick if he'd come out a year earlier, and would have certainly drafted Peyton Manning. And the feeling of the Manning family, Peyton and his father Archie, certainly was that he should not be going to New York. So now we've got Rex Ryan, but we've got a team in turmoil, clubhouse is a mess. I also predicted there was no way he was going to sign with the Jets. By process of elimination and with the information I had at the time, I made the prediction that he was going to sign with the Miami Dolphins. It seemed to make sense. They seemed like a team on the come. Now, of course, they are in the same division, AFC East, as the New England Patriots and Tom Brady. Certainly might be a factor. I must admit, I wasn't really thinking about that. I also underestimated, apparently, John Elway's real interest in getting Tim Tebow out of town off his team and putting an end to this Tebow mania, because you can read between the lines, and what he didn't say spoke volumes, and never gave a ringing endorsement to Tebow. And by the time you're seeing this, it may already be a done deal. They're certainly already talking. Peyton Manning and his people are talking with the Denver Broncos, and they've already talked with John Elway. And it looks like, barring him not passing some sort of physical, or I think that may be the only sticking point, it looks like he's going to be getting about $95 million for, I'm not sure if it's 4 years, I think it might be 4 years, but whatever the heck it is, they're still working out the details. He's going to be the next quarterback, starting quarterback of the Denver Broncos. And so now the Broncos are going to try and trade Tim Tebow. And who knows, maybe now he'll be the one in Miami. He's from Florida, so that seems like a natural. I have a feeling that they're going to try and work something out with the Dolphins. But I'm not going to make a prediction. I'm just going to say that's my gut feeling right now. I did tell you, don't bet on it. It's not my money. I wouldn't take it. I said don't really take it to the bank. I was very confident that he was not going to sign with an NFC team, and certainly not in the same division as his brothers. So I knew the Redskins were out, and like I said, I did correctly predict that the Jets were out. So, like Meatloaf and Jim Steinman would say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Of course, the ultimate answer, where he was going to be, okay, so I whiffed on that one, but all things considered, I didn't do too badly. Now, if he ends up taking Tim Tebow's place in Denver, and Tim Tebow ends up getting traded to the Dolphins, I know you're not going to give me any credit, but hey, I came close. I'm not going to be making predictions every time on Mike the Sports Guy, what I think. I did end up making a prediction on my Andy Pettit segment. I did go out on a limb, but I don't think it's really a limb that I think the Yankees are going to win the AL East. I wasn't going to predict that they'd go any further. I originally wasn't going to make any prediction, and then I figured, okay, I think they'll win division, but I'm not going to make any other predictions until they play at least 40 games. This is all about Peyton Manning today, but I just will say my theory with baseball, and it's served me very well over the last 20 plus years, is I always look at where a team is after the first 20 games. And my feeling is if a team is 12-8 or better, they're probably going to have a pretty good year, although stuff can happen. You never know about injuries and all that. Players aren't ready. Players are going to come up. But 12-8 is usually a good indicator in the first 20 games. They're on the right track anyway. 12-8 or better, they're on the right track. Conversely, 8-12 or worse is a bad indicator. There's still plenty of games to turn it around. But usually a team goes 8-12 a lot of the time unless they're just snake bitten or have a lot of injuries or something weird is going on. Usually they're not going in the right direction. But they can adjust, which is why I wait for another 20 to the 40 game mark to really kind of assess. If a team falls somewhere in the middle, 10-10, you don't know what you got, but you know you're probably not too bad, but you may not be too good either. 12-8 is good, but it's not enough to make a prediction on the season. Once you get to 40 games, okay, teams 24-16 or better, they may be in pretty good shape. They're at least solid. They're solid. And at that point, you can start assessing their competition. Again, still a lot can happen. It's only a quarter of the season. But I wouldn't even think about making any predictions on long term until 40 games in, because you'll have seen not only your teams, but their competition and the other teams in the league, and you'll get an idea of maybe who are the standouts, what players are having great years and all that. So don't expect any predictions from me in baseball beyond the Yankees winning their division until we're at least 40 games into the season. But I'll wrap it up here with Peyton Manning. Again, just, hey, almost got it right, but I wasn't right. It would have been nice if my first segment, if everything came out. Like I said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But there are more to come, and like I said, sometimes I won't be getting predictions at all. It'll just be what I think about a particular thing. It'll be hard not to put some kind of prediction in there because, I can't help myself sometimes. Again, thank you for watching Mike the Sports Guy. Peyton Manning's next team, part 2. This is already, it's in the wee hours of the morning of the 19th when you're seeing this. So it's already Tuesday the 19th. Or excuse me, that would be the 20th, wouldn't it? Yeah, great. I don't have a calendar down here in my dungeon. I guess I'm going to have to get one. But regardless of which day it is, it's third week of March and a few days after St. Paddy's Day. And looks like Peyton Manning is going to Denver. Some of the Tebowites are going to be very, very upset. The rest of the Bronco fans are probably going to be delirious. And I really think he may end up in Miami, but we'll see what happens. It really makes sense. And with that, if you like what you hear and see, whether it's Mike the Sports Guy or any of my other alter egos, Organic Mike, Organic Living, Cooking for Toddlers, Mike the Joke Guy, Commodore Mike, Captain Mike with his cheesy pirate jokes, Mike the Music Man with his music songs and videos with parodies and just general goofiness, or any of the other bizarre segments. I'm going to be coming up with a lot of general weirdness. We had our first installment of a biker guy who plays the cat piano. Check it out. I think you'll find amusing. My 2-year-old thought it was very funny. So, anyway, if you like, please click like, replay my videos. Feel free to share them. If you have Facebook or Twitter, forward them to your friends, forward the link. Some positive comments would be nice. Getting views, but most people aren't bothering to leave any comment whatsoever. Now, maybe it's because anything they leave would be negative and they're sparing me. If that's the case, thank you. Although I'm not that thin-skinned, I can take it. But it would be nice. I've heard some positive feedback from some people, but they didn't post it on the site. They only did it in an email, and post it with my videos would be nice. There's a lot more coming. I'm going to try and post fresh content almost daily. Some days I may miss, and then the next day you may see 3 or 4 new things from Mike, Organic Mike, or Organic Dad Mike. So thank you again for watching. Spread the word. Oh, and please subscribe. If you like any of the videos, I've got about 18, 19, 20 videos up now. and there's going to be more coming. The next couple of music videos I do, I think are really going to blow a lot of you away. I'm really excited about them. I'm just working out logistics of how to film them since I'm a one-man operation. I've got to do the lighting, the blocking, the set design, camera, and figure out how to stay on frame when I can't move the camera unless I walk over it and physically move it. So subscribers would be nice. Give me a little positive information, and I'll keep doing the videos. I'm going to keep doing them even if I don't get any, but the more positive I get, the more incentive I'll have to crank these things out faster and maybe get a little support from some other members of the Captain Mike family. So again, that I'm rambling. It's a little after 2 a.m. I probably should get some sleep. But I did want to do this in a timely fashion before you'll be watching this before the ink's actually dry in the contract with the Denver Broncos. I'm not going to be able to upload this until Tuesday, probably late morning, early afternoon. And I'm not going to be doing it tonight because my son's sleeping and my computer's in there. So with that, thank you again. I know I tend to ramble, but you know, some of this maybe I'll edit out, maybe I won't, but Mike's Organic Videos, YouTube, and thank you again. Peace out. And don't know what next installment's going to be, but hope you tune in. Thank you.